This is gonna be a quick start of the stream because the phone that is for the Be Right Back camera is dead. Just gonna post a couple quick announcements. And we'll play some POE and talk about some app ideas. That's the plan. That's the plan of route. But I need to post go lives first. Bonk. Not that. Live. Red circle. Playing some POE while planning out the Shipathon app, which is what I'm going to be doing. So over the next 2 months, I'm going to be doing the Shipathon app. No, it's on the wrong input. 1 sec. There we go. 1 sec. Back. We can probably just... it's a little loud. Why is it so loud over here? Oh, so how are things? It's been a minute. I didn't stream much last week. I streamed on the Monday. Why am I not logged into... Okay. Did somebody... No, okay, we're good. Could have not been great. Would it have been possible, So, I'm thinking if somebody scanned that QR code. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this, but, yeah. I mean, it's invalid now. That's definitively true. I hope. All right, so we're gonna do a 5 because I'm gonna be talking quite a bit during this. So I don't even think I have most of this. I do want a little bit of POE noise. So yeah. If you're in the Discord, I am starting I guess it started 3 days ago, but I found out about it yesterday. But there is a Shipathon that was very close. Luckily, that was close. There's a Shipathon hackathon that Revenue Cat is running, and yeah, I'm gonna participate. So I need to launch an app. That really is the key. Need to launch an app. So yeah, I'm thinking about apps to do. I've got 4 in mind. I will say that one is outside of my skill set to game. So I would probably build a Kotlin based. Well, I was thinking about building a Kotlin-based one, but I looked into some options that are out there for. How do I play this build again? Nope, that's not the button. This is the button. Bang. So I looked into some like Kotlin game engines, and they don't. There seems to be one, but I've just been reading some things that it's not super like. If I want to do like crazy particle effects or anything like that, which, you know, I don't want to limit myself from, then I should probably not go with it, and I would have to go with something like Godot, which I have tinkered with in the past, and yeah, that would be a really fun kind of thing to just do, right? Like learn how to build a game in 2 months, right? I've used like Game Maker, and like I've tinkered with. I've used like Game Maker, and I've tinkered with Unity in the past, but not to anything outside of like. Yeah, not to anything outside of the tutorial programs, right? The thing that I would want to learn a little bit more about, and maybe this could be something that I do on stream. But it would be very much like learning like architecture patterns for game dev, right? I mean, I could just wing it and see what I come up with, which would be fun. But like I have a very strong mindset around like certain architecture patterns for front end development. If you've watched the stream, right? You know, I tend to lean towards like clean architecture, but I don't think that works in a game capacity. I think like fundamentally it works in a game capacity, right? Where yeah, I guess like I have heard of like component driven design. I was reading the word public over there because there's a DPAL playlist, by the way. But yeah, the like I know component driven design, so like you have something that like, I guess it's not really component driven design. I don't know what the term is, but it's just like componentization of everything within your game, right? So like something like has a health object, or something has a whatever object, and it then dictates what that thing can do, right? So like if something has certain health, then you add that component to that. And that's what I've heard quite a bit about, but not quite a bit. Like that's the thing I've heard the most about, which in terms of like game structure is very, very little, or not very little, but not the same that I have in other, not the same amount that I have in other areas. So yeah, maybe that's just like going to be super fun then. What are the other ones? I don't think I want any of these runic wards. Like when the runes are good, they're really good, but when like this is just not one. I haven't really dove into rune word. When you have maximum glory, you may call down a. I mean, this could just be good for like. Let's just try this, because I think I have a couple extra slots. What are the other apps? So one of the apps is, yeah, it would be like a locally based, which is most of the apps that I build. Like a local mobile application for like playing board games, right? So just like having that small little ticker, somebody can track a board game, somebody can track, and it would be like across people, right? Like these are the amount of points that I have, these are the amounts of points that you have, whatever. I need more. Oh, to avoid shocked. That's why. And then yeah, there would also be like this idea of kind of building a network of connected, not like immediately connected devices, but like a device system where like each person has their, basically like a reconciling system, right? So you would have a like if I played a game with you at a Magic tournament or something like that, or if I played a game with you at a local game club, and then you signed in with a certain username, I would have to make sure that those usernames are unique somehow. Probably just like a code at the back or something, you know, like something that ensures, or not ensures, but helps enforce that. And then I would have to. Yeah, it would be basically like a host-based mobile application, right? Where, like, if I walked up to a Magic table or if I walked up to a board game table, I would say like I'm starting a game. My device would broadcast. You would say maybe I'm starting a game or finding a game, similar to like server-based things. But yeah, just like a device to device, locally based, like board game system that then has this like I don't want to say it's going to be like blockchain driven or something at all like that, but it would have some sort of ledger, right, where like the ledgers would be reconciled with other players. I don't know. It's an idea I've had in the back of my mind for quite some time, which could be fun. Another app idea was just a collection management. I mean, like I have a little bit of a collection of things, so building like an app that is yeah. So it just like manages your. I don't even want to like keep it limited to say like video game collection or even like Magic card collection, but my brother-in-law kind of like, hey, I would love something like that for my tools. Like where are my tools? What tools do I own? Which are in my truck? Which are in whatever, right? Yeah. Those are kind of the big ones right now. There's also another one called Swell, which, so like the competition's being funded by Revenue Cat, which like they're a payment system, and this app idea that I've had called Swell it's just not really monetizable, or I would feel horrible monetizing it, because it's all about helping people with like addictive tendencies, I guess, or addictive personalities, right? Which I just wouldn't want to charge for that, right? But there is one of the awards in the like hackathon, yeah, I guess, is for like most, what is it? I think it's like most helpful to the public or something like that, which, I mean, hey, I've also got 2 months and I get a lot of access to a lot of resources. Or maybe I can also submit multiple apps. I have no mana, I need more mana regen. Do 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 do. Yeah, those are the app ideas. There's also like I've been working on Lift Pro for a while, and I've been doing that on stream, and it's been fun to build. So I could also, there's an idea of like a coach app, right, where like somebody has a Lift Pro application that tells their coach all the information that the coach needs to plan out something like that. That's something I've wanted to build for quite some time. It would be more of like a desktop application or a web application. I still think I would use like Kotlin multi-platform. Yeah, and what else? So like I would have to like do a little bit more learning. Not learning, but like I know about the concepts of things like progressive overload, or like even roughly how to measure it. But that's not something that I'm telling the user right now. Which would also be a good thing to also just maybe do in the app, but I do think I want to build something new, because I've been working on LiftBro for quite some time, right? So I do want to build something new. Another option is also I have Budgie, so releasing that for iOS. That needs a lot more migration from Android to iOS though, because it doesn't really have much KMP integration. Yeah. I mean, so I'm going to be starting this tomorrow. Tonight is going to be, I went to go see a movie tonight, and that's great. And I'm just kind of thinking and planning, right? Like which one of these would be the most complex, which one of these would be the most fun. I mean, the most learning would easily be the game. That would be the project. There we go. So once I get the hammer on the ground, it starts to work a little bit better. I will also try not to spoil it as much as I possibly can, but I did see the new Spider-Man tonight. I know some people even question if like me saying I liked it or disliked it would be a spoiler. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I have been a fairly active Marvel viewer. Why? I don't have any flasks. Why am I so low on flasks all the time? Alright, at least I got energy shield now. I need more like flask recharge or something on my belt. Definitive answer. Yeah, what are some other like? So I would prefer to do something like Kotlin multi-platform. I would prefer to do something that generates a little bit of money. That's always a little bit beneficial. I would prefer what else would I prefer to do? I mean, I'm not going to say like it has to, but I would want to at least, at the very least, adhere to the morals that I have and what's not. Huh. And AI viewers at Stream Boo are not it. I mean, I guess I'll talk about it, but there was an app that I had an idea for a very long time ago. I don't think it's very necessary anymore, and I think it's also one of those things that's, I mean, like I would always have the benefit of of it being like hyper local to the device. That's always something that I prefer doing. I guess in this case that might not be super possible, but anyways, the idea is that you would like track your golf shots. I mean, I do play golf, not all the time, but you know, played it 3 times this year. Live in Canada. I don't care. But yeah, having like an app that you just say like, hey, I shot from here, and it takes your GPS location, and then like this was the club I used, this was the whatever I used, and then you can build like a ton of information from that. I know there's like versions of that where people like attach it to their waist, and then they just like swing the club and tap it. But I mean, I think I could. I mean, there is an idea too of like the original one thing was not all golf courses are like mapped, which they are now. So I would like be able to build maps, but then I would have to take people's information, which I want to keep it all local. So there is maybe an opportunity just for like, hey, I want to build this app for even just myself to track. Yeah, maybe I think about it like that. Maybe I think about I mean, it kind of fails the previous thing of me wanting to, you know, just to do a little something. But I could. I could just think of it as this is an app, which is how I thought of LiftPro, and LiftPro's now turned into something a little bit more. But the idea that LiftPro is just I wanted a way to track my own stuff, and you know what? Maybe there's ways to do this with like watches and stuff too that can help with. Like on your phone, you might set up the idea that you have this kind of bag, and then on the watch, when you're hitting, you decide. Maybe there's something here. Maybe there's something here. Do I think it's potentially useful? I don't know. How would I charge for it? I mean, add like arbitrary limits to in somebody's club like bag, but that's not really fun. I mean, I could add like cloud backup as a thing, but I like keeping things local. Where's the boss? I guess I started down here. I've just been running around in circles talking. What else? What else could be an option? What else is something that I also like somewhat pretentiously believe that I have, you know, the skills to do. There's even the golf one. I wouldn't know exactly what stats to track. I think if somebody had an Apple Watch though, like a watch of some sort, which I could test with my Pebble, although I'd be making something hyper specific in that case. I do have my Android watch, which I could test on. And then that could also be revenue generation or something, right? Like measure your Apple Watch or some shit like that. I don't want to think that way though. I want to think about what's useful to people, and then. I've almost leveled. So yeah, those are the 5 ideas then. Let's I don't find, okay, so this is like a POE side rant. I don't find expedition to be like it's very valuable when it's valuable, but I don't find it to, especially like the ones that I run into. I also have nothing into it in the skill tree. What are some other apps? Yeah, Magpie's another interesting one because it, like, I would probably build it first as a collection app for like Android and iOS things, or sorry, like video games and Magic cards. But there's also like a million of those, and you know what? There's a million of them, but I don't really like any of them. Oh my goodness! I'll look away for a second. That's why I'm not playing hardcore. Stay away from the tornado. What are some other options? I mean, I am thinking in like an app type situation. I'm not really thinking in like a platform, which I don't think I want to. This competition is more along those like, yeah, build a cool app versus Why did you move there? Alright, I'm getting a little bit low on healing for my own liking. It's not like too low. I'm getting into PoE mode now. Then we'll get back into code talking. I mean, I guess another thing, while we're talking about games, I don't think I've picked a Games Club game for this month, which I do need to do. You know what, maybe there might not be a Games Club, because who knows, I might be building a game. Which is one of the ideas. I just need to figure out if I'm willing to dive into the nitty-gritty of like how Godot works, and also specifically like how to architect a game, or also maybe I just dive into it and have fun, and that, you know, that's fun. What was that? Oh, Abyss. Right. I don't actually really like Abyssal Depth. I need to kill the Northern Abyssal Wound, but I do think I need to switch to my other character to do that. I might switch. And then alright, take a look at these and maybe attempt it. No, that's not that great. No, that's really poo-poo. +3 to all fire, but it is a two-handed thingy. Disenchant. And ba 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 ba. I know, I just got rid of the gem that I said I was gonna keep, but apparently I have a bunch of these already. So how does this work? Oops. Yeah, Hammer of the Gods is it's not for me. It's not for me. I don't do enough of that stuff. So let's try this. By spending runic ward, does that mean I have to? Oh no, it means I have to spend it. Yeah, obviously reading the spell explains the spell. I don't want to. I don't want to have like a runic ward trigger. Yeah, so maybe I do leave this back there for now. So, like the other things I wanna try and like demonstrate with the project are just. I mean, like for me, I always really enjoy like high architectural quality. It's like that's gonna be a big. So everything has to be public as far as I'm aware, but like doing the proper clean layers and, or not proper, but just like there's no, not. I don't want to say like no code is bad, but there's certain code that's pretty shit. But for the most part, if code solves what you're trying to do, it's good. For the most part, it's not always correct. Because sometimes it doesn't set you up for success in the future. I want to try and do that. I don't know why I didn't put another tablet in there. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. Is this like much? No. Okay, we're good. Yeah, so I want to try and like lean into those couple things pretty heavily. I do want to use KMP, so like I'm really torn right now between wanting to try and make a game versus use KMP, right? Like, and it's a combination of do what you know best versus like do what you know best versus like learn something completely new over the next 2 months, and not completely new, but those are definitely the few things that I'm. So yeah, I guess maybe I lean into making a decision right now. I mean, hey, maybe I also don't have to make a decision because I can change it halfway through. I only have to submit one app. I already have a good chunk of. I already have a good chunk of Lift Bro done. I already have a good chunk of. Oh, I think this is a new song from one of the. There's a royalty-free like video game. Yeah, it's from them. Finally, some new music. Yeah, so I think tomorrow I'll start with Swell. Maybe not Swell. I also do get a lot of AI credits, and maybe I can like I don't want to, but like maybe I can kind of see what, not what I can get by with to submit, but what I can kind of build to then tinker around with. Right. or what I can like, yeah, generate to then tinker around with, right? So that might be, why is this tier 2? Did I put in a tier 1 map by accident? How'd I get a tier 2 drop? Yeah, so, but I think Swell is the one that I tinker around with. That's it's like a addiction management app. And maybe I do Birdie. I have the Pebble Watch. I've got one right here, right? I've got an Android watch. That could be fun. That could be fun to mess around with. Just yeah, so it would be like, so the technical challenges I would have to try and solve would be figuring out like, so I would want like arc of somebody's swing in some way. If I could measure that, I think like having local data on that to your phone, to even like make suggestions on or something would be really interesting. And I could also probably bring that into LiftPro afterwards. So I think that might, I don't know if it's like the true end play, but it might be just something fun to schwutz around with. I don't know why I used the word swutch. I don't think I've ever used that in my life ever before. I don't even know what it means. Yeah, it's like some sort of golf app. Well, not some sort, that sort. And then maybe I look into actually building out a server for it, because I think this one also has a benefit of like each time that you like hit a club, it kind of maps out the golf course. So in theory, if enough people use the application, which whatever, like I could have a server side mapping of golf courses where like, hey, here's like rough, here's fairway, here's whatever, right? That would be something that somebody would have to put in, like, what is the conditions, blah blah blah. There is a problem though of like there is like a definitive problem where phones aren't super loved on golf courses. Like I don't know if anybody's golfed before, but yeah, if you pull a phone out, like it's kind of, you know, hey, respect the whatever, you know, like, you know, hey, we're playing a game, you're not whatever. That has changed, I would think, significantly in recent years. I had this idea way back in 2011, 2012, which is where, yeah, that came from. I almost feel like I should just be doing exclusive Forge Hammer and Infernal Cry, which feels bad. Maybe there's also like another. Is there a gem that I can use that increases the amount of times that Forge Hammer can be like Infernal, like Ancestral cried out? Because I could also get another. I've got all the strength in the world. 242, 215. Need it for this hammer. So stack those stats up. Ah, wrong order. I do that every once in a while where I do the Infernal Cry and then... But hey, the teleporting around is too fun. Eh. So quiet. Is anybody else in chat competing in the shipathon? I forgot how hard even just like regular chess can be. Bonk. There's 3 yellows. You know, the more I do level up, I mean, I've always loved that mechanic. I forget what it's called right now. Abyss. I've always loved Abyss. I've had a lot more fun with many of the mechanics in POE2 versus POE1, right? Like POE1, I never really interacted with ritual. Maybe I should have, but like I found a lot of items that were super helpful this league. And then like outside of that, come on. Yeah, Breach has always been fun though. Like I've played Breach a ton in PoE1. But even the like aspirant spirits or whatever the spirits are called, I hate them in PoE1. Like I just ignore them. I just kill them. I don't care. I know I can get good loot from them, but whatever. Probably shoot myself in the foot quite a bit. But I do enjoy them here. They just feel a little bit nicer. To me. What are we going for? So I do need to close the Northern Abyssal. Maybe I just go for this. Because if I do close the Northern Abyssal, then I do get it, which I should be able to now, because I'm level 74. Maybe I'll level once more and try, but I did get royally screwed last time when I tried it with my other build, which I will admit is much squishier than this build, which is not saying that much. So maybe let's try a 6. Is it normal? If I do yellow, okay. So rare, magic. Oh, it literally I have no normal. Okay. Cool. We'll go with magic then. Monsters are armored. I don't want elemental weakness. Don't like crit. Don't like evasive. Don't like crit. Don't like crit. I don't like temporal chains, but I will take it. It sucks for this build actually specifically, so maybe I don't. Don't like -6 res. Don't like evasive. Maybe I've just screwed over every single one of these. Temporal chains, evasive, crit damage, crit, crit, crit. But actually, can't I? Can't I have some fun with this? Yeah. Bang, bang. Shit. The minus 6 res is big bear. Hey, and the poison hit. I'll take that. This is not bad. I just wish the fire damage was lightning damage, but 100% of my fire damage is lightning damage, actually. Oh, right, but this has way more lightning damage. Okay. And I also need a tablet. What do I have in there? I'm going through Abyss, so maybe I just grab a temple? Sure. Ah. I'm actually going to take a quick break before I jump into this, so I will be right back. Maybe about like 5-10 minutes, but see you all then. See you all then. Is it on? How about now? Turn on, you phone. Grr. Okay, I'm gonna fix this. I have fixed it. I made a button all for it, but then I forgot to plug the phone in. So I'm just gonna fix this real quick. Or maybe the phone is very dead. No, it will turn on. I promise. There we go. And I go to be right back, and you get to see the lovely desk. Whoa. Once I fix the range. Alright, be right back. Be right back. Alrighty, I am Leback. And we're back to some POE, but so yeah, talking outside or thinking outside and chatting with Sarah. This yeah, this idea of, so I think the two in my head are, if I want to build new apps, I don't think going with the game is going to be a great idea, just because I'd be learning something very new very quickly over a month and a half, which might be fun, but I also like kind of want to like, you know, give my best foot forward for something like this. Because you know, I have I kind of need that right now. So I think I'm gonna lean more into either Birdie, the golfing app, which will have like watch integrations, which is something I haven't really tinkered with a ton. I've definitely floated it a little bit, but also I've never tinkered with like Pebble, for example, which is what I would do first. At least for like swing recognition, maybe. Don't really know how that would work, but yeah, that's a big question mark now that I think about it a little bit more. And then we have LifePod, which is the like local MTG or any kind of card game. Like you can set up a game with a bunch of people, and then it'll like track your life and a bunch of counters, right? So, but like I know there's applications out there that do that on a tablet in the center. But what I'm talking about is everybody use their phone, especially at more of like a conference situation, like having all these local connections instead of everybody going through the network, or you know the actual like organizer having to have all of these tablets, right? So just everybody using their phone for tracking like life totals, and just having these like small little connection games with each other, in the same way that like fighting games do this. I think there's a solution there. The big thing that I would have to deal with is like massive network limitations within convention centers, just because there's like, you know, however, like I mean I've been at small conventions where it's not even a small convention, but I've been at, what are some, I've been to SGDQ and stuff, and like the network to the actual internet or even 3G is horrible, right? Because there's just like way too many people, and this is true for nearly every convention I've been to. I need to continue rolling out of the way. I'm just gonna go back in here, toss this down, blow it up, and then try to kill everything without being stunned. Okay. Oh. There we go. A little bit more damage. I don't know why I didn't just run past that, to be honest, but okay. I do need to finish the Abyss. Okay. Sick. Why am I doing so little damage here? I mean, I guess this regenerates life, which tis annoying. See, when the build does work, it does work real well. But when it doesn't work, oh boy, is it not a big ol' ah. So maybe LifePod is also the play, just because it's a fun little solution. But the other, I also think that LifePod actually already exists as an app. I just haven't checked it in a while, so that might also be a problem. Yeah, there's also the LiftBro Coach app, which. So, I mean, I've been working on LiftBro for a while. It's like a weightlift tracking app. If you do like powerlifting or weightlifting, helps you track like MERs, total weight moved, a bunch of things. But building, like right now, it is a fully local just application for weightlifters, but making like a coach version of the app, right, where a coach can. Again, right now the app is 100% local. I need to stop running out of flasks. Oh my goodness. I didn't really want to teleport there. Yeah, so building a coach version of the app that, like, I mean, I have a coach and I tell her the weights that I do every week in a separate application, but being able to share it directly with her to like an iPad or phone or something like that would be, I mean, it would be helpful to me. It would be very interesting. So like, again, LiftBro is very, like I would need to figure out how to do that. Would I create like a P2P connection between the two devices? That does not seem safe to maintain. Like I thought about it just as like a, hey, if I don't have a server, how do I connect two like phones together? With the P2P connection, I would need a server to at least like figure out the connections. There's also an instance where I could so right now LiftPro does have like a server system, but I could also have like a weekly share. So once a week she would get an email or something like that that would give her all of my workout information for that week. Ah. I'm also asking a lot of her if I want to test this in any significant capacity. Definitely not her job, and definitely not what she's paid to do. So all equipment upgrades a socketed room. What? Place into an augment socket containing any tiered room to upgrade that room. I haven't seen that before. I don't know why I clicked this immediately. I should have waited. And now I'm making all the wrong decisions by staying here. I need to go back and well. Nah. Yeah, I could set up something like that where it'd be like not a daily email, but like maybe I could create. I wouldn't want to have it a direct connection, but I would want it to be like a secure like messaging system, right? So like your trainer would get updates of your workouts. Do I want to have like instanced versions of the... Do I want to have like instance versions of LiftBro per... Because like what I could do is I could set up a server, right? Just like I could set up like a Hamachi, probably not Hamachi, but like, you know, like Blue Ocean or something like that, and just have something that hosts workout data for the gyms that I work with, right? And that costs me probably no more than $5 a month. I doubt it would cost much more than that. I don't really know how much they cost now, actually, now that I think about it, but Like before, the cheapest one was, I guess, like 5 USD. Why is this doing so much damage to me? Why is it not taking any damage? Jesus. No! No! No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. I ran the wrong way. I'm just gonna like go over here, go to the back here. Now I have enough energy shield. Let's do a little bit of damage and die. Fuck. I can't play hardcore. I do want to play hardcore, but it's not something that I feel like I have, especially with POE1, have any capability of doing. I could maybe do, you know what, maybe next. Why do they take no damage? The energy shields are just permanently up. But I have to finish all the abyss. Yeah, I could set up servers per gym. This guy's stag touched. Cool. Now he's stag dead. Not that that's really a thing, but... Or maybe, I don't know. I mean, stags do die. Oh my goodness. Why does shift not work all the time? He is dim crawl. Oh, it does cost mana. I thought with Mjolnir it was the spells were free. I thought it was... Oh, it's Thunder God's Wrath that I have to read. That will take a second to find. Okay, why? Okay, it's this like thing that's giving them infinite energy shield or something, right? Because I have to kill them to finish this. So it's this one. Oh, it is this one. Okay, it's the rare one right behind, which really sucks for me. Well, and now it's there's two of them. I don't think I can actually deal with this. It sucks. So I can't finish this. I can't finish this map then, because I have to complete all the abysses, and those are, unless I can like, let's do this level up. I don't think I need any more attributes. Where was I going? Where was I going? I was going here. Because, yeah, damage taken recouped as... I don't know if this is actually the best play, but... I think it's the play I'm still going with, obviously. Ah. Why? How is it just gaining all of the life? Alright, at least that one's dead. I don't understand. I just wish I understood why. Maybe it was both of them together, the one that I just killed. Wow. Deadly combination of rares. Deadly combination of rares. Alright, but at least I beat the thingy. Beat the abyss. Unless there's more. I mean, there's a shitload more. I'm not going to do this breach yet. I'm going to finish the boss and then do the breach. Just in case I happen to die at the breach. Or, yeah, if I happen to die at the breach. What was doing that much damage? Remember I said I have a problem with survivability? That's why I don't play hardcore. I think I could do Trade League hardcore. At least I could. I think I could survive to maps in Trade League hardcore. If I like, I don't think I could do solo Southbound hardcore. I am doing solo Southbound now, and I enjoy it much more than Trade League. If you like Trade League, hey, power to you. Well, that's and hardcore is just my problem with hardcore is just it's plain I'm not good enough. I also like forget the game open quite sometimes, so like the amount of times that I just come back to my computer and my character's dead is more than once, let's say. More than probably 5 times. But once I get a build going, what? I just need things to block that a little bit more. Oh, this one again. Oh. Can I even damage it when it's up there? Wow. Alright, still got... I'm trying to do too much damage and not avoiding attacks. I didn't realize that I mean, like, it's obvious that the tornadoes can knock you down. It's very obvious in retrospect. It is what they do. Not that I've ever come in contact with one, but I would assume if I did, I would be knocked down. I have nowhere near enough mana. So I'm doing like no damage to it before. I guess I'm not actually using this that often. It is moving around quite a bit. Yeah, this annoying bullshit. You know what that 3% health didn't help with? That death. I don't know if I can do this map at T6. I did T6, right? Yeah. At least that makes me feel a little bit better that my character's underleveled. Need way more mana regen. Maybe I need to, so I do have the 2 that are currently in life regen, like 3% back. I mean, I'm doing better this round, and then I get just absolutely decimated in the face. It's also staying on the ground more as it leaps up in the air. Eh. Why did I roll through that? I also need way more life regen. I basically just need all of the things that make you live longer. Oh my goodness. That was a hard hit. All right, I can do this. Oh. Why am I getting hit by that third one? Ah! Or the fourth one? Whichever one I'm getting hit by. Alright, at least I'm taking down the energy shield very quick this time. This is going to be the... I gotta be behind it. Oh, come on. It's like when the build goes, it goes. It just, you know, doesn't always go. I think I need more mana. I need more mana regen. There's one line that I'll show after this map that I think I need to go in the skill tree. Ugh. But it adds a bunch of mana regen and then also adds a bunch of, there we go, I could totally do it, see? But it's actually not here, it's here. Wait, what? I did not realize that this had plus increased effective notables. When did I put this here? I think I just put it here because it was pretty. Notable passes, updates bonus to large, notable passive skills and radius also grant 1% maximum life on kill. Oh. I don't remember putting this in. Anyways. So I do want to get more things in here then, I guess. But the one that I was talking about was there's a mana regen right here. So if I do a quick little like jumpy jump up here and then through here, I can get 10% increased mana regen, 10% increased mana regen. There's also 2 increased mana regens right here if I want. There's these ones as well, but these ones have negatives like reduced mana regen while stationary, which I think I am most of the time. And then there's also like increased cost of skills, which I don't want. But then this one, I would get 30%. 300? 30. 30% bonus bonus spell damage. For having 1,000 mana, because I do think I need mana regen. I do need that. Maybe that's what I mean, my rings are kind of shit. This ring is shit. This ring's actually not bad, but it's not good. It does give me a lot of strength. I need to be careful about that. I can unequip it. Okay, that is good to know. So maybe I need to replace this ring. Do you replace it? Probably not. Oh, you might. Okay. I died to the boss. I can't go back and do anything. and I need to check what I want to do here. So I haven't explored Abyssal Depths. I don't actually like Abyssal Depths because they just they're good for loot and stuff. They just take so much time. And I'm also bad at them, so I die. But yeah, I'll do this. It's finding abyssal items, omens, or lineage supports, because lineage supports I think are really what I need to improve this build. Do I know why? Not necessarily, but I think it's true. We got global fizz, that's fine. I probably should use those. I won't right now. Maybe we try, and I haven't touched any plant skills. Maybe that would be fun with another build. Let's see what I got here for like rings. Let's do like ring high level. Can I do this? 72. Yeah. 73, 74, 75, 73. 8, 9. Do I have an 80? Do I have a 81? No, I probably don't. So 73, I think was the last. Ooh. I could get an extra slot. It's actually not bad. This one's 23% increased lightning damage. What does this have? Has resistance. Lightning, which I don't need a lot of. And fire, which this has none of. This has fire, so I can maybe craft it. This I feel like is not going to be very good. Yeah, T6, that's poopy. I could slam it. Lightning res, I'm going to slam that too. So we're going to... yeah, we're gonna do this here. It's not bad. Mana regen's good. Strength is fine. Fire damage is good. Lightning is good, actually. They're all not great rolls, though. And then we're gonna hit this one as well. Cold res, increased chaos damage. That is a good roll, but it's not good for me. Now we're gonna bomb go. So 40 life per enemy killed is a little bit better. 24% increased fire damage. So that's always like, it's not a very good roll for me because 100% of fire damage is converted to lightning. Maybe these gloves aren't as good for this build as I think. Because I'm just doing a lot of straight lightning. No, but a lot of my like actual... A lot of these things are doing fire damage, right? So Molten Fissures, Warcry... Yeah, so all of that becomes lightning damage. What was I thinking? Obviously, that's how that works. Now, we hit it with this. Life is good. Life is good. Rarity of items is fine. Strength is okay. Give me like a res. Fire res, okay. I even want to get rid of that. So that's actually a pretty good ring for just res because it kind of covers all the slots. But I think if I equip this, I just, yeah, like go below. I'm gonna go to 0 chaos, which is not great. I think I go up in life, right? That was what happened there. I'm gonna go up in pretty much everything except, oh, because I lose strength. I do lose strength. I gain fire res, I lose strength. More life, more fire damage. Oh, this is a lot of fire res. So the only reason I'm thinking of keeping this is, well, what does cold become? So when you're running a map that has, maybe I try and craft these. Let me just see what I can do with these. I know this is not how I should be doing this. I also should have used an essence. Alright, so fire cold, fire res, strength, yeah. I do get another slot though. I think I'm going to keep with this. The reason I'm going to keep with this is that, so there's a lot of times when you roll a map and that map will say like -6% max res or -6% res, and any percentage that you fall below 75, at least in POE1, was like multiplicative. So you never, I forget the actual math, but if you fell below 75, it was brutal. So I always try to stay above like that kind of, I mean, this isn't 6% above, but you know, that's why I also avoid those maps. But I would start running those maps if alrighty, we are going to do a T5. Ignited ground, extra chaos. Elemental res. I don't know why I gave that. Oh no, I want to give it one more. What I should do is I should switch to my other character and run this. But I'm not going to, because I don't want to switch characters. Maybe I stop running Abyss. Maybe my other character is significantly better at Abyss, and that's what I should do over there. And then what I should do here is just one of these nice, lovely map bop is possessed. Let's just run this. Oh! That was the last checkpoint. I need... There was it Ancestral Call in POE1 where it was like... Oh, what happens when I open? Oh. Was it in POE1? It was like Ancestral Call, which it was like I would use it to cast when damage taken or something, and it would just mean that I couldn't take more than a certain percentage of my life, or it's basically like if you were to die, you would take down to 1 health or something, which so I guess is kind of Runic Ward now. I know Ancestral Call exists. I just don't think it does the same thing. Oh my goodness. Let me kill it. Yes, teleport me at the exact right time. And then not again. But hey, I stood and took it in the face. There we go. Bye-bye. Maybe I look at those. Those gloves are actually not good for me. Dex. I do not have lots of dex. I kind of just want to finish this map. Let's get this freezing shrine. That's actually going to be helpful. There we go. Here's the boss. Oh, it's two of them. Oh, the boss is corrupted too. Don't hit me hard. Ugh. Why? There we go. I thought my there's like a hammer ability that I have where like I throw it and then pick it up, and I thought it was thrown when it was chilling and chilling when it was thrown, so I was very confused as to why my cry wasn't going off. No. Oh my goodness. I did not realize. Okay, we're good on health pots. I don't know which one's which anymore. All right. Alright, that seems good. Those seem pretty good. Don't care about a staff. I really need to fix my loot thing. Oh, golden mail T4. Deck's not great, but I can fix it. I can fix it. Still want to only really increase. Oh, these are all rare monsters? I thought, oh, these two are magic monsters and these ones are like rarity. See, I do want just percent increase rare monsters, which I can buy up to there. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna buy it all at some point, but all right. Well, I am going to call it there. I know it was a little bit of a shorter stream. Started a little bit late. We saw a movie today, Spider-Man. It's fun. It's fun. But I'm going to be back tomorrow morning with actually doing all the development that I talked about this stream. So not all of it, but we're going to start working on the Shipathon app. Yeah, we're going to. I've still got like some ideas about which one, but it's probably going to be either the magic one, which has like a networking kind of problem to solve, or I mean, I guess Lift Pro also has a networking problem to solve, but. Yeah, we're going to start building those apps. So yeah, either like a lifting coach app or like a Magic the Gathering local kind of life management app, so you don't have to. You can all use your phones and stuff. We talked about it. Scroll back, all that kind of stuff, or tune in tomorrow. Hey, you know, like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. But thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And yeah, see you all next time, or you know, anytime in the future. But anyways, bye. I'm